Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge. Hi, Daniel. Hi. Oh, you are early, right? Hi, Oscar. Hi, everyone. How are you? Paul will be joining us momentarily. I might have a little glassy of Prosecco here. We had to use, oh, there he is. We had to use up the old Prosecco so that we can start the new Prosecco.
Bet you thought I wouldn't make it in time. Guess what? You were right. But I was close.
You didn't,
close.
but you were close.
Close. Close
Cheers.
beach. Close beach nada. So,
Cheers. Ooh, look, our spacing is really off.
what's going on?
I don't know. Here,
There.
there.
Oh, there
Okay.
we go. Gotta get the ruler. Okay, 6 inches. Perfect. Okay,
Well, I
good.
had to move the bar today because I don't know. Maybe it should be a little more this way. It was very strange. It was like in a different position, and
Frame line.
I didn't move it, and
Okay, there we go.
he didn't move it. So
I
how did it get moved?
Can you say poltergeists? And there you go. You can say that.
Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Woo-hoo. No cold duck.
No cold duck. I know.
We were just discussing.
We were just talking about your drink.
We were just discussing your usage of cold duck. I don't think I've had cold
I
duck.
don't think I've ever had cold duck.
My mother used to get that stuff that was sort of a sweet bubbly for Thanksgiving, and it was very good. I mean, it was not a problem.
I don't think I've ever had cold duck.
If you like your bubbles sweeter, go for it. You know, it's bubbles.
Hi, Kay Palace. Hi, Errol. Hi, Lisa. Great to see you. Hi, Eric.
I feel these lights are a little low. Can I raise them a little bit?
The lights are so perfect.
It seems
I
like
set everything up myself.
maybe they're where they need to be. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's
All right,
it.
we can move the bar a little bit, though, because this is going to make me nuts.
A little, okay,
Hi, Peter. Good to see you. Pardon me while we just shift the bar.
Where's it going to go? This way?
Just this way, like an inch. There we go. Hi, Mom.
That gives me a little more room to get out this side.
Hi,
which is good.
John.
You know, this is actually...
Wait, did that make it worse?
Why am I viewing this cable? Something is like, seriously...
I said,
you know,
it's
you
like,
move
it's
one
weird.
thing around here.
You move one thing, and
move one
then,
thing
you
around
know...
I mean, I can kind of
Anyway,
hide it, but
no,
I'm still
that makes
seeing
it worse.
Why are we seeing this? Because your camera's so high. Why is your camera so high?
It looks good.
We're level. It's good. It's slightly saturated, but it was worse before we did the color correction. And
Hi,
I'm saying
Kalaka Boy.
saying that to PTV, who has to do these things.
Hi, Suze.
Oh.
I'm watching it
Hey,
work.
Suze.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I love it. Oh, my gosh. I hope I miss anyone.
Susan, what? Oh, she's at work. Oh, awesome.
Hi, Paul. Good to see you.
No. Hey, Paul.
I
I recently sent Suze a picture of an Ohana with googly eyes because she loves and collects googly eye pictures. And
She creates googly eye
creates
pictures.
googly eye pictures.
They're amazing.
I tell you, that means that, guess what? You know what that means? She's subversive.
Yes, and we love that.
I'm all in.
We love that. Okay,
I hear subversive, and I'm like, what are we talking about? Communist plot? Maybe we need a communist plot.
Yeah. Haven't had cold duck in ages. I know, right?
There you go. Seriously.
I think I did a really good job of setting up, to be honest with you.
It looked different, that's all. I mean, I don't see it bad. It looks almost subdued, which seems kind of tiki bar. Ooh.
That's the thing.
Maybe
I
you
always
attained it.
feel like our lights are too bright.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like hospital bright, and it's a bar. It's supposed to be atmospheric.
Well, we got Atmos.
Plus, they don't need to see like every line on our faces.
They don't need to see this either, but I don't know how to get rid of it.
I do. You get rid of that one. Take it off of that first thumbtack.
That one? This one.
That one.
Let's try that.
That will get rid of it.
It might be in my way, but you know what? I don't like it in this way.
Right. So, see, you did it.
Okay, now it is in my way. Well,
don't walk that way.
Walk this way. No,
Chump don't want the help. Chump don't get the help.
Walk this way. No,
oh my gosh.
There you go.
Everybody's a critic.
Everybody got air? Got air?
Everybody's a critic.
I'm just trying to make this thing do what it usually does.
Everybody's a critic.
They could see your finger, by the way.
I know.
I still have bubbles.
Anyway, how was our gig on the July 4th? The first one was great.
Yeah.
First one was great.
You know, the first one, we did the same exact combo last year. Teaneck, Piscataway. I know, just saying Piscataway sounds kind of scatological, but no, it's just New Jersey. So look, Teaneck is on July 4th. Teaneck, they invite the entire town, and something like 10,000 kids come out. Last year was insane. It was insanely hot. It was super humid. Like, oh. But that's where I learned to tie a dog blindfolded, because it's like dog, 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 sword, dog, cat, giraffe, Bang, 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 bang.
Um,
This year we had some new ones. Did an airplane for the first time, which actually looks
oh,
really cool.
thank you, Gettysburg Ma'am. Gettysburg Ma'am says it's a great camera angle. I'm
Oh,
just
thank you.
saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can be wrong.
You're not.
Ruh.
It's
Uh,
just
I
different,
might be
and I
wrong.
like it.
Well, you know, it's a different aspect, and
It's different,
maybe
and I
maybe
like
you've
it.
achieved something. You've achieved something. Thank you, Lisa. It's very important to hit the like button. I
Thank
never,
you. Okay.
ever, well, I sometimes remember to say that. And, like, you know what? Every single time you get on here, if you hit the like button, it makes a difference. It seems silly, but these channels, they're all about, like, insane amphetamine views. Views. It's so
I
stupid.
feel like I
But
might
you know what? It makes a
need.
difference.
I
It
might
makes
need a little drinky to talk about the second gig.
Shall we talk about that? First gig actually this year, much less hot, considerably less humid, although probably only about 20%.
Okay.
It just didn't feel so oppressive. And Teaneck is sort of like north central New Jersey. All of our South Jersey people may disagree, but it is. And the fact
It's definitely northern.
it's a little higher because it's close to Fort Lee and all that. So you're kind of in the heights of New Jersey, not the swamps of New Jersey. And you shouldn't get that. But still, New Jersey's pretty small.
Yes, armchair quarterback, Errol, 100%.
Sidewalk superintendent, you know how it is. So anyway,
Backseat driver, exactly.
I thought that like Teaneck worked. It was busy without being insane, without being relentless, and most kids were pretty responsive. I'm pretty animated up there, and I'm just like, "What do you want, kid?" And like one kid was so excited, I was just jumping around, and his father was like, "Hey, thanks," you know. Yeah.
Yep.
You can see more of the bar. Okay, so you know maybe you got to think going on. Camera's a little higher.
Well, like everyone's a content creator, exactly.
Oh, you got that right, Oscar.
Oh my gosh. The best comments are the ones where it's like, I remember we got a long time ago on one of our live videos, and someone was like, I could do that, but I'd use better looking actors.
And my only comment at the time was,
Go for it.
"Go for it, do it.
Go for it.
Report back, Biznash. We'll see what you can do."
Exactly. Let's see how much better you can do. I want to see all this perfection. Anyway. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, hi, Laura. Yeah, we're going to see you tomorrow. Excited about it.
Yeah. Yo, Laura.
Always fun when Steve and Laura pass through town. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to make a drink and talk about the second gig. I mean, it was, aw. Aw. Oh, being an animator is cool. Ooh. It's tiring. Still worth it. I love it. Okay, good. Okay, so my first drink of the evening.
First of many.
I'm leaning into the groovy. We have a groovy theme this evening. And I'm calling this one Adios, Johnny Bravo. I'm sure you know which Johnny Bravo I'm referring to, and it's not the cartoon character. So I'm just taking a little look-see at my recipe. Okay, got it. So, adios, Johnny Bravo. Yes. Oh. Oh, that sounds good, though. We eased with a pineapple gin and tonic tonight. That sounds good. That sounds amazing, actually. Oh, these comments on what music you can play. Okay. Hi, Amy. Okay, good. Amy's here because I'm going to use some of the edible glitter you gave us for both of my drinks. Like there are only going to be two. Anyway, to make Adios Johnny Bravo, I am starting with 2 ounces Reposado tequila. I'm using Camarena because I think it was the good price, but it's a good one. We also like El Jimador, you know, just a good, wow, it's almost empty.
Oh.
But anyway, this is a good one. I like it. Adios, Johnny Bravo. Ah. Oh, yeah. Peter says we should raise a glass to Black Sabbath. I agree.
No?
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath?
Didn't Ozzy play his last show the other day? Okay, so 2 ounces Reposado tequila, a 1/4 ounce blue curacao. I'm using Giffard Curacao Blue. You need to be careful with these liqueurs because a cheap one will tank your drink. And I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of Ume pear liqueur. This one is a cork. 1/4 ounce Ume pear liqueur. So Johnny Bravo's suit, which, if you know the episode, Greg thinks he's going to be this big rock star and everything, and like he gets a swollen head because this is Brady Bunch, and oh, would you hand me the oh shoot, I left the curls in the other fridge, and then the lemon juice is in this fridge.
Oh, okay. First thing first.
1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice. But okay, I'll get them. I'll get the juice. All right, I got the juice. He gets, he thinks he's like all that. Greg, 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice. So he becomes a jerk because it's a Brady Bunch, and because he has to learn a lesson. And when he decides he doesn't want to sell out his integrity, he a dash of sour cherry bitters. I'm using Luxardo. He decides, to quit, and they're like, okay, fine. He thinks they're going to be all upset, and he's like, well, why did you hire me? You fit the suit. So anyway, Johnny Bravo's suit was a deep blue, so that's kind of what I'm going for here, and it had gold epaulets. So I'm doing deep blue with gold.
By the way, she passed a spelling bee today. I'll describe that.
did.
I described that in a minute, but she was 4 for 4. Spell epaulette. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
I could do that.
July
Probably not
17th
my
is the
head.
birthday of Disneyland. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
I love that idea, Kalaka Boy.
That
I'm
would
gonna
put
take
us.
a screenshot of it.
That would put us back into our enchanted tiki room.
I know.
That away.
I know. Okay.
And you know what? I know people love it, and I love it, and it's. You should have seen it before. Boy, it was gray, battleship gray, and had a lawnmower. Oh boy.
It just broke up with my. Oh wait. Then he's thrown out. Oh no.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Wait, I gotta see what. Yes, right. That's all you can think of. People of a certain type, people watching this show probably think of Brady Bunch when they hear Johnny Bravo. Would you hand me the spray, please?
Oh yeah.
Already a little.
Another thing.
Sticky.
And
we need the bubbles.
I got home a little later because I went to the office today, which means that everything's going to be off. And then when we got back and we were discussing what to make, she's like, I'd like a burger. I'm like, I can do burgers. It's like, make sure everything's prepped. I'll get home, fire up the grill, boom, done. But it's very tight schedule.
I went down a rabbit hole today of celebrities' favorite fast food orders. You know how Google, or maybe you don't, but Google serves me articles they think I want to read, and they're from actual news sources. They're not just scary news sources, I'll put it that way. But there was one from a recipe website that was Dolly Parton's favorite fast food order. So, of course, I had to click on that. It was Taco Bell. But anyway, then I started reading about everyone's fast food orders, and hence I wanted a burger. Oh, did you get the bubbles?
No, I didn't hear the call for bubbles.
I said bubbles.
You want to mix your drink first, and I'll bring the bubbles?
Have a bubbly topper.
The bubbles were warm to start with, so I threw them in the freezer an hour and a half ago. And I want to make sure they're cold.
Oh, no,
office.
I know.
So, by the way, any of you Ohana attendees, and then we have a few of them here, one of the things that might have been added, I think this was an extra item, was these little dark and stormy light thingies from Gosling's. And the interesting thing is,
I got one last year.
I got one last year too, and mine last year was exactly the same. When I try to, I think it's a projector. When you try to project this one, it's like I can't see anything. But if you stare into it, it's like, oh, there we go, stormy. So I'm going to replace the battery on this one because you could actually project this on the ceiling. It's pretty cool. You get Stormy balancing a keg on his nose. It's so fun. It's cute. Love it.
Okay.
Anyway, entertaining stories all around. You did applause when we started?
Famous prisoner last meals. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
I love it. Do you read a lot? I read a lot of crime articles, so I'm surprised I don't get those.
True crime, that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true crime. But okay, so I'll take a chilled glass, please.
Coming. What kind of glass? A cocktail type glass?
Cocktail glass.
Cocktail. We have two in here.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay, Daniel, I didn't get one this year. I got one last year because I went to that seminar at the end of the day. The one that Ambrose Gosling did.
Yeah, we saw that.
And
I totally missed that. I was out of it.
He was just handing them out there, and then I didn't get one in my swag bag this year.
Well, I got one last year and I got one this year. They're both kind of weak, and I want to actually put a new battery in this. And if this thing works, this is yours because these are pretty cool. I like the
we have a few.
I like the little projector devices. Yay! Hey, and they're Stormy. Hey. People's opinions of Goslings varies. I'm like, it's a rum. Okay, use it.
Okay. So I need the bubble. I think I'm going to do the bubbles before I do the glitter. Oh, I already took out the glitter. Here's me second guessing myself. What happened to it? Oh. Found it. Okay. Oh. Columbo's, I'm for binge watching Columbo. Columbo is one of those things I can always put on. Like, it's never really the wrong time for Columbo. Gotcha, Daniel. Yeah, I forget when he handed them out, but yeah, it is. I agree. Oh yeah, crime themed stream. Yeah, we definitely do it up for Halloween. So, thinking of, we usually do like a lot of classic horror for Halloween, but I'm thinking like what we could do this year. Has anyone else been watching Trainwreck on Netflix? That series Trainwreck that had Poop Cruise and American Apparel. Oh, the mayor from Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, Howard. Tom or Tim?
Rob
Ford.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus, Howard, that guy.
Oh my gosh.
That's like, it's exactly, you recognize this guy even if you're not from Canada. And if you are from Canada, you recognize him too well. Too well.
Josie flew over. She thinks she might be missing out on something. I'd fly over too.
What?
Wait, what? What's that?
What?
Champagne bottle opening? What?
So today I decided to go for Tosa, which is Mendoza, Argentina. And this is actually telling you what's in there. It's a Brut Rosé. I prefer the drier style. Brut is great.
Ooh, yeah.
This is 95% Chard and 5% Malbec from our vineyards. Pale pink. Ooh, pink champagne. It was pink champagne that took my baby from me. So, I could... Oh, Macmillan Life. I never really saw that back in the day.
Wait, which...
My mother was very fond of Columbo.
The third episode. The third episode was apparently directed by Steven Spielberg. Okay.
Of Columbo?
Columbo, okay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Spielberg rather famously directed one of the first season episodes of Night Gallery. I like the sound of that.
Woohoo!
Wow, I felt that.
Alright, so adding a splashy splash of bubbles, which are cold now, by the way.
They're cold.
And then we're going to sprinkle some edible gold glitter that Amy sent us.
Are you adding edibles?
Over the whole thing. I'm adding edibles. It's a party now. Okay.
I know that later.
It's so pretty. All right. Adios, Johnny Bravo. Let's try it.
Is that the world?
Cheers.
Cheers, people.
Oh, I love that.
I knew that you would. Or shall I say,
I knew that you would.
Do
you know what that's from?
Anybody? I like the edible glitter on top. which is very in keeping with the quote.
If you can tell me what that's from, I will send you a
What a
worthless piece of crap.
Fabulous no prize.
Just send me your address.
So we address get crap. Anybody? I knew that you would. Just like that. First one to name it gets it. Eric, yes, Spielberg directed, I think it was the pilot episode, which is Night Gallery is, of course, anthology. There are 3 different sequences. He directed the one that has, who is in that episode? It's like the woman who wants an eye transplant. It's very, very predatory. And I think it's Joan?
What are you talking about?
Night Gallery. You know,
Oh.
if I only had the internet at my
I am
fingertips.
less familiar
Wait a
with
minute.
Night Gallery than I am with Twilight Zone. Just saying.
I am more familiar with Zone, but I've seen my Night Galleries.
Yes. I went into Michael's before Ohana.
Don't.
And it was like all Halloween stuff. I'm like, it was June.
It was June.
It was June.
It was June, people.
I love Halloween. I love Halloween, but it was June.
Hey, look.
Oh my God.
If you just listen to Bauhaus all year long, maybe it's Halloween for you all the year.
Yes.
But the rest of us, it's like we want some other stuff. Yeah, August 1st and Halloween, absolutely, Kate.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
Kate.
Oh yeah, and Christmas in July. That's a thing. PTV did Christmas in July the other day. It was fun.
Because it's very specifically
Yes.
Christmas in July.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they are massive Disney people and Hallmark people, and they talk about all ornaments of Hallmark that might coincide with this and that.
Yeah.
And because they have 59 and a half trees, and they have to start putting them up in September. So for them, Christmas starts in like 3
Eric
months.
says, "I'm not ready for Halloween." Daniel says, "I'm always ready for Halloween."
I'm always ready for Halloween.
I have picked up Halloween stuff that I didn't pay for, and no, I did not shoplift. We were at a gig in, April or May. It might have been late April, but they had like a black and white theme, and they had all these masks on the tables, and they were so cool.
And you knew they were just going to be.
And people were just leaving them there, and like the waiters were just like picking them up, and just so I grabbed a armful and took them.
They were plastic. You know they're going to be trash. Every time we see something at an event that I think this is going to be garbage, I'm like, yeah.
Pepper Tree Villa will be doing Christmas all month long. So, you know what? This is a good time to share our YouTube friends.
I think it's a good idea for our you.
Okay.
So, okay.
I'll probably share that again later in the episode, but I just wanted everyone to see. Free is good, right, Amy?
Hello.
I agree.
There's an unwritten law when you work an event, like when you're part of the staff. And when I've been part of the staff, usually tech staff. The tech staff is colloquially known as function guys. Actually, it was function men back in the day, but there are many function women. So function people, right? So the function man always knows when to and when not to. Like when you start an event, you're not going to grab food. But when that sucker's over, all of that is trash. It's garbage. And you see things like oysters and shrimp and tiny little burgers. I'm like, Kobe beef. I'm like, you know how much that cost to get here? And it's garbage now? That's insane. My grandparents are spinning around at that thought. It's too stupid and it's incredibly wasteful. We live in a fantastically wasteful society. We might as well admit it. But I do my part to cut down, damn it. I eat that food. I compost. That's it. You should too. It's easy. Do the easy stuff.
Oh, the frozen north, so the inflatables are covered with a bit of snow. Yeah.
All right, wait a minute. What the hell are the episodes on this? Episode guide. Thank you. Hey, hide this. Pilot. Night Gallery. First sequence involves Joan Crawford. She's like the wilty woman who's like getting somebody's transplanted eyes. And of course, something has to go wrong. So there you go. But that was that sequence was directed by Steven Spielberg. That's fairly well known. A few years later, he did a TV movie called A Duel, which I think is like, people love it, but I'm like, so what? I think it could be better. And the fact is, it's like one of his early projects. I'm not going to like rake the guy over the coals for that kind of stuff. My early projects look like whatever. You know?
I'm just looking at Errol's comment. First, you thought you were going to kill us. Wow.
How about that?
That's a lot.
That's a little strong.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, I think I need a thing. Have we seen Drew yet?
I haven't.
Okay, well, I'll wait on that one, but I will do other.
You can
So,
do.
other,
Oh,
I have a couple of things I came up with, and let me start with the one that involves the bubbles because we've got it.
I like that idea
Here you go.
too. Do a Halloween broadcast, and depending on what costume kids at your door are wearing, would determine what kind of cocktail you'd make.
Whoa,
Oh,
that's a fun one.
that is a fun one.
Fun one. Okay.
Well,
I want to try this and see what the hell I get.
Dennis Weaver's in Duel.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I think he's like really the only actor because the truck that's following him is driven by somebody who you never see. It's really just sort of this automaton, but it's not an automatic driving car like in The Car, which is incredibly stupid but highly entertaining. This or Killdozer. Killdozer is like a satanically possessed dozer. Duel is there's a guy in a big rig
Wait,
who's got it for our man and he keeps chasing him.
did we watch Killdozer?
I haven't seen Killdozer ever.
Okay.
Although I've heard Killdozer who are highly entertaining.
I'm just thinking, you know what? I'm thinking of Christine. Never
Oh,
mind.
Christine, yes.
I love Christine.
Speaking of your possessed vehicles, you know, this whole genre could go. You could have this huge film fest with possessed cars. It goes on. You get your Killdozer, you got your Christine.
Yes, Christine. Exactly.
Christine, bingo.
Same thought.
Bingo!
Yep.
Yeah, Amy is like on the wavelengths, man. Wavelengths. You got your Killers, you got your Christine, you've got your the car. You don't have your car, you have the car, which was like some sort of like, what the hell was it, like a 76 Eldorado or something. And it's all black and it's menacing looking and it's really stupid. But you have other possessed vehicles out there that I don't remember. Recall that in Duel, there's a guy behind the wheel. Recall that in Vanishing Point, Kowalski Man, he may be a little possessed, but he's not possessed.
Aw.
Oh, there we go.
I love
Thank
this
you,
idea.
Oscar.
We need to do like a car episode
Herbie the
too.
Love Bug is an
That's a good
automatic
one.
car, although
Yeah.
he's love, not menacing. You know, there you go. Love, hate, love, hate. Hilarious. Okay, I think we have a whole film fest here that we could like show clips from and do a whole episode. Hello. We need to get better at this part of it.
Yes.
As if. So anyway, I came up with something. We were talking groovy cocktails, and I thought, what the hell am I doing? And I thought, channel it. Channel it. You channeled it. You came up with Johnny Bravo. I said, look, if I'm
Adios,
talking
Johnny Bravo.
1972, what
I
am
came
I
up with
thinking?
another one too.
If I'm talking 72, what am I thinking of? Laugh-In, still on the air and healthy in that period of time. And when you
Hi,
watch,
Casey.
Hey,
Good
Casey.
to see you.
Good to see you, man. And when you look at late period Laugh-In, it resembles nothing so much. It looks a little less than early period Laugh-In, and a little more like SNL. The whole sketches like really feel like SNL sketches, and really like, they go off the air 2 years later. SNL.
Okay.
Continuity, people.
What are you doing?
So I decided to go in a different direction. I remember the other show that was a huge hit in the exact same period, 69 to about 73, 74, Love American Style. So I thought, oh, let's riff on that. Because I remember a quote from the now disgraced Ron Jeremy, who was talking about the show. And this was back when he was fun, not menacing, right? And he was talking about them like, I always loved those episodes because they were like little porn movies. Like if they just went through this whole thing and then ended up in bed, like you suddenly have a little
Yes,
feature.
Daniel, we did. We both got the 12-sided die, which is awesome.
Oh, where is
Yes, love it. It's in that little orange thingy.
it? Oh, I'd like to play with that. I
Okay.
could like taste it. Because I was thinking to myself, I had a great idea for a party where you have the ingredients to make all of this, and the guest wants a drink, and this. I'm going to have a daiquiri.
Of course, if you don't pre-batch them, you're going to be making drinks your whole party.
I'm going to have a swizzle.
By the way, I had the best party idea ever today.
I'm going to have a painkiller. Or I'm going to have a Malort shot. I did roll a Malort shot. Ah!
We've got
Sometimes-
Malort. We could do a Malort shot if you want.
Sometimes you lose. But thank you so much for bringing up that, Daniel. This thing is awesome. And I've already got an event to go to, like a private little thing to go to. And I'm gonna bring the ingredients for all 12. And whoever wants a drink has to roll the die and see what they get. Excellent. So here we go. We're going to go with something called, I came up with something called Love Potion American Style. I will dictate.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Love Potion
What am I
American
saying?
Style. Truer than the red, white, and blue. We just did red, white, and blue last week, and it was good. It was good.
It's a truck driver running him off the road.
Oh, okay,
Yeesh.
okay. I could totally get
Smothers
that.
Brothers.
Smothers. Yeah,
Yes.
I kind of forget about them, and it's
Don't keep
stupid
us
because they were
waiting.
awesome, and they did
Oh,
great music, and they
okay.
got in trouble
Casey
with
says
their
don't keep
network.
us waiting. Okay. Oh, they were in the swag bag, Amy. You probably got one. Have you gone through your swag bag yet?
Look carefully.
Yes, look carefully.
Yeah, the die was in the bag. I guess they didn't
Okay.
necessarily have that many of them, but I saw a huge bag of them that they were stuffing with. So many people did.
Oh, wait. Nicotine, no.
No.
Oh my
NASA Nick.
gosh.
Oh wow.
I love that.
Oh, that's so cool.
fun.
That's very cool.
Okay, so my idea for a party. I was
Here's the
reading
idea.
something today about how the best parties are kind of, well, the best parties are themed according to this article, and not too stuffy. You know what I mean? Like they're fun, and like one of the themes that I guess was really popular was half-assed potluck. You know, where people just bring something that's already in their refrigerator or something. Like parties where that nothing's a big deal. And I thought, you know what we should do for a party? Because we want to renovate the entire back of our house. Like, theoretically, the entire back of the house will be torn out. So I feel like we need to buy a bunch of cans of spray paint and invite people to come and graffiti the back of our house.
Couldn't hurt.
Drink and graffiti our house before we do the renovations. So
Here's the kicker: if the reno didn't come off for a while, I would be like, "Well, you just give me a coat of primer, and now I can paint for real and
exactly.
make the thing look better." What the hell? It can't go wrong. And we know like at least one graffiti
Aw.
artist, genuine graffiti artist from Brooklyn back in the day, and he used to grab that spray paint, man. So
You watch the movie. Somehow you knew who he was. Yeah, exactly.
you had the clue about Ron.
So I want to do this. I want to when we're closer to doing the renovation. I'm just
I
gonna
think it's hilarious.
buy a bunch of spray paint and
Reminds
some
me.
drinks and come on over and graffiti our house.
Well, reminds me of seeing
The back of the house.
the Cadillac
The
Ranch.
other three sides, no.
Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo. You drive through there and you can see there's a field with like 7 Cadillacs buried at an angle in the ground. And when you go up, when you drive in and walk, it's just in the middle of a field. It's like a vegetable field. When you drive up to them,
Ooh.
you notice that what's kicking around is dozens of cans of spray paint. And you're like, oh, so you pick one up and like put your tag on it. It's totally graffitied
I
up.
love it,
It's
Daniel.
really
You're
funny.
putting it to use already. I
Oh,
love
cutter.
it.
Oh, Viking fog cutter. I think potentially your heritage might beg
Nice.
Viking
You
fog
bet you
cutter.
would. Malort.
Mine actually does, believe it or not.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
oh yeah, the bear. Yes, Chicago. Yes. Ah.
Yeah.
Hi, Colonel Keg. Good to see you.
The bear and oh yeah, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Let me actually make this drink. Let me dictate this to
Yes,
you.
we inherited a bottle of Ron Jeremy. Ron
De
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Ron De Jeremy. Yes, we
Yeah.
inherited a bottle of that.
You know, he should have.
Ours isn't signed though.
You know, Ron should have stuck with that because that would have been a good thing to do. Instead, he kept making like adult material, and he got a little too handsy, and you know, young gals complained. Well, what are you complaining about? Molestation, dude. I mean, you make adult material for a living. That's not enough for you. What an idiot! Blew it all. You know, now he's just a criminal.
I'll tag your house.
I'll tag you. I'll tag you. All right, can I dictate to you? I keep trying to do this.
Fine.
And we keep yakking and yakking. I'm never going to get a drink around here.
Graffiti your house. Count me in. Half-ass botulism party.
Not going there.
Yes.
All food will be fully cooked. No food will be waiting out to be cooked. What do I need? Got the brandy.
Oh my
I need
gosh.
these chili curds. We got lemon juice. Let's go do it.
See, he wasn't even ready to make his drink.
Well, you're not ready to dictate either.
Had a friend that was remodeling her kitchen. She let her grandson paint all over her kitchen. He had fun. Won't see it in a museum. I'll be taking a lot of pictures when we finally do this because it will be torn out.
It's going to be gone. The back part of the house was added after the house was built. That's pretty clear. And I think they did an adequate enough job to last until about 15 years ago. And now it's a little saggy and like the door was actually about to be trashed. I saved it I had to pop it off and then like knock it back into place and re-glue it, and it's better, but it's still like this is shot. I tried to replace it with a new door, and it just wouldn't fit. All these things are wrong. The front door also didn't fit, but then I bought a router, and like my neighbor and I made it fit.
Not sure he used his hands.
Keg, apparently the major complaint was handsy, but there's also the fact that he made assumptions.
All right.
So there you go. Don't make assumptions. I don't
Okay,
care what
so
you're
wait,
doing
what
for
are
a
we
living.
calling this? Love Potion
Love
American
Potion
Style?
American Style. There we
Okay,
go.
hold
Yep.
on.
Love Potion American Style. I was thinking of Love Potion number 9, but also the Love Potion you can get at your local Chinese restaurant.
What are we
Okay, so
on?
we got 2 ounces of brandy. It sounded like something like a liquor
Okay.
of love.
A
Half
liquor
ounce
of love.
liquor of love. Liquor her up and you'll get love. Blah, blah, blah. Now that's just wrong.
That is just wrong.
That's just
I'm gonna
wrong.
pretend you didn't say that.
Speaking of which, I'm thinking of like, these creeps who like are currently in jail. So half ounce of strawberry liqueur. This is like a classic of those kind of thing. Half ounce of apple liqueur, again with the American fruits. The palm, of course, is classically a fruit of love. 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice. I think I will counteract all of that. And if that's too much, I'll have to rebalance it.
Okay.
Shake, strain, coupe. I say 3 things. She has this whole sentence. She knows what it is. She's been doing this. And top with bubbles. That's why I got the bubbles. But you also
didn't
had the bubbles.
say bubbles, so I have to add that to the...
Well, true. Champers. Or
You
beer.
can keep going.
I can. So we're going to mix that
It's
up.
like he's proofreading.
No, I'm just making sure that I know what the hell I'm doing, which I don't. So we're going to actually do that.
Okay.
I will take the brandy, please. Please.
Core. Okay,
Oh,
what did
cool.
I miss?
Not too much.
Hoi hoi.
Okay.
Hi, Johnny. Good to see you.
Hey, Johnny. We have John and John. Hello.
We have Johnny and John.
Johnny and John?
Yes.
Hello, Johns. Now, you. Okay. Half ounce of the strawberry. This is excellent. It's also, the flavor is a little fragile, so don't buy this and leave it on the shelf for 5 years. You want to actually consume it. That's definitely the case with the more delicate fruit liqueurs.
I love how many people are interested to come over and tag our house.
Oh, hello.
The back of the house.
Back of the house. Front of the house has got to remain. It cannot look like... The house a few doors down was apparently about 25 years ago a crack house. Our neighbor told us this. And one night, apparently, somebody came by. Apparently, it was on the wrong end.
Open fire.
Wrong end of the deal and opened fire. Opened fire, 2 guitars. And, oh, crap. And I went, wow. Well, it was pretty derelict when we moved in. But guess what? Somebody bought it. Somebody rented it.
I'll see you later, Kay Palace. I'm glad you dropped by.
Thank you, Kay. I discovered about American Fruits liqueur that this is actually bourbon barrel aged and also involves some of their cider. So it's actually a very distinct product. It's a nice little sipper if you need a little something. So I got those 2, and I need you. Need the ounce worth.
I need you.
I
need you.
Ow. Ow.
I'm thinking of Stacy Q.
That's what I was thinking. What's this?
2 hearts that beat as one.
I need you. I need you.
I need you. Well, that is like taking up space in my brain that could be
occupied by so many better things.
Like my $1 million idea. That is
no idea.
Keeping space away from my $1 million idea.
Thanks, Stacy.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Stacy.
Keeping us at moderate levels. You know what? I'm going to add some cranberry bitters to this. 2 dash.
2 dashes.
I'm sure it's a solid 2 dash.
Finished. Yeah, I'm going to say Fee Brothers. Cranberry bitters.
Truth. Fee's the only one I know mixed cranberry, but I bet somebody else does by now.
Got it.
So, I have the coupe.
Coupe.
Coupe. I don't have
Coupe.
a waste bucket cube.
Would
This is melting off like that.
you could use this ice bucket back here?
For what? The dump bucket?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to put melty ice
No,
in
in
there.
this one. This one.
I hadn't thought about that. That's got pop rocks.
I know, but we could remove the pop rocks.
We could.
If things get really nutty tonight,
Nutty.
I'm thinking of combining prosecco and pop rocks. But that's for later in the broadcast.
So I didn't actually leave room, which means I need to take a sip. But I wanted to try this straight up, as you will as well.
Yes, Stacy. Please don't get that song stuck in my head. All right,
Okay.
I'm curious.
Give this a roll. So straight up, before the bubbles, it's actually a pretty nice
I don't
sour.
have to sneeze. I don't want to spill your drink everywhere.
Okay. Sneeze after. Eric, I'm afraid we already have that drink stuck in your head. Song.
That's really good.
It's really good.
I like that a lot.
The combination of strawberry and apple
Love
works
Potion
very
American
well.
style is
It's a
good.
simple sour, and I really like it with the brandy.
Oh, Peter, I remember Wait Till Your Father Gets Home.
Oh, yeah.
Had Tom Bosley's
That's
voice.
one of the voices.
Yeah.
And remember that it was also, this is probably little known, the same exact
Okay.
voices were used for a series that involved a family of lions. Never saw that. There was also a series called The Roman Holidays, which was very similar.
I don't remember that one, but I remember Wait Till Your Father Gets Home.
Okay, now with bubbles.
You know, their ice bucket. Oh, Amy, we have a few. So thank you.
I'm in for this. Oh,
That
baby.
is so good. That is really good.
That is in the family of Barbie's Pink Drink, which was a room call drink around 2018, maybe?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Give it a try now. With the bubbles.
What did you do?
I had bubbles.
Oh, but you had bubbles in the recipe.
Yeah, I didn't add them yet. You were trying the one without the bubbles. You see,
Really good.
you like it a lot now. Well, I liked the Bravo. That was really good. I'd repeat that. So here we go.
Oh.
I think you would enjoy this quite a bit.
I love Wait Till Your Father Gets Home.
Oh, there we go. Yes,
I love it.
we watched that like regularly, and it was one of those things that was, I think, syndicated, and it was just on all the time. It had a great theme, and it was just like very
Yeah.
family-oriented stuff. And I think it actually precedes Happy Days. So this is Tom Bosley
Call me
before
his
you really
neighbor.
knew who he was.
I do. Does it? Because I feel like I saw it when Happy Days was already on, but it was probably reruns.
The anti-communist neighbor, wasn't he played by that actor, who I believe was from Boston, who also appeared as a cop on a lot of shows? And his whole shtick was, right, huh, right, huh, right, huh? That guy. I can look him up. You see?
There's a Star Trek episode, and the scene matched up to it perfectly. I love when that happens. I love when that happens, Eric.
Synchronicity. I mean, just like strange.
Aw.
What did,
Amy remembers Barbie's pink drink.
oh, yeah.
We might need to do,
We had,
since Amy gave us some Barbie sprinkles, we might need to do a Barbie episode too.
maybe.
I like the idea
Maybe.
of doing Disneyland next week. And then maybe we. Okay, I'm going to write these down because I'm going to forget.
gonna
Disneyland
forget.
Barbie cars.
I'm going to forget. That's why
Disneyland Barbie cars.
I count on her to write these things down because I space it. I'm just,
I'm writing them down
100
because
things at
I
once.
think I'm going to keep them in my mind and then I don't. Okay.
I know.
And-
They're just too many things, you know. You're running all day long. That's the thing.
Is Barbie Disneyland.
Oh, that's jolly. Don't read the news,
Cars?
people. This is just
No, I
nothing-
don't want to know.
nothing good.
I don't want to know.
nothing good. It's slightly inflammatory, but
I
the
don't
source
wanna-
is inflammatory.
I don't want to hear it.
Mm.
I don't want to hear it.
Was I about to take a look?
I'll
Though?
hear
I was
about it later.
taking a look at Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. I already figured
Aw.
out that Joan Crawford is in the pilot episode of Night Gallery. I recommend Night
Aw.
Gallery. It's not a great show, but it's an entertaining show. It's not as
I like
good.
Night
It's not
Gallery.
as good as Zone.
I just haven't seen it as much as Twilight Zone
The
because Twilight Zone was everywhere for a really long
Zone
time.
was like heavily done. The fact is, like, probably about 80% of the Zone episodes are worth your time. Night Gallery, it's more like about 50%, and the ones that are terrible are really pretty terrible. The ones that are good are actually pretty creepy.
Time
so,
for another groovy drink.
another groovy.
All right.
And I know that Night Gallery fans here will say, I love them all.
Hi,
Hey,
Clinton. Good
hey,
to
man.
see you.
There you go.
Aw.
So we're looking for Wait.
Just got off.
Till.
Time for a brandy and
Till.
a cigar.
Till.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
1972. This-
Outer Limits. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Outer Limits was a zone imitator, ran for 2 seasons, and I will say that the ones that are not great episodes are entertaining, and the ones that are good episodes are actually very good. So, recommend it. It's a pretty creepy and pretty cool series.
I need a flute.
I think that the kind of like the classic one is Demon with the Glass Hand, played by Robert Culp, I believe. Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Hey, flute.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Hello.
that.
Oh, hey, thanks, Johnny. Hey, look, we saw you and Vanessa recently, and like, you're always fabulous.
I
So,
know.
Hey,
I know. Look
absolutely.
who's talking.
It was so great to have you join us for a dinner and with Joe and Mindy and like that place, man.
Johnny, I need to send you a picture.
Ever.
I framed your print,
Mm.
and it's hanging on our wall now. I need to send you a
It's
picture.
over there.
Yeah. Yep.
I should get the roaming cam and we can take a look at it. A conservative father butts heads with his family on various social attitudes of the day. Wait till your father gets home. So that sounds like every one of these shows. It actually sounds a lot like Happy Days.
Sometimes it's like a treadmill. I know.
1972 precedes Happy Days by 2 years. I'm absolutely true. I'm absolutely right. So Ralph Kane, the anti-commie neighbor there, played by Jack Burns. You saw him in everything. And his old shtick was this. He always tried to talk like this. He's like, right, huh? Right, huh?
I feel like
Right,
that's
huh?
the ideal career.
Yeah.
To be that
That
guy
guy.
or that gal who
That
was
gal.
in everything and
She'd like to be that gal. Isn't it?
didn't get
should.
famous, so they got to avoid all of the negativity of fame,
All
but
the
they
stupidity,
worked
but-
all the time and could still buy a house in Beverly Hills.
You worked all the time. You made a decent
Yeah.
salary. It's not like you were throwing $1 million parties. You didn't need to. You just lived a sort of regular life. Maybe you did your own lawn. Who cares? But you lived in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, Johnny Bravo. Yeah, Brady Bunch. That's what I think of.
Yes.
The OG Johnny Bravo.
The OG Johnny Bravo.
The OG Johnny Bravo.
I mean, Johnny Bravo, the cartoon is undoubtedly kind of like ripped off of a name. It has nothing to do with the character that Greg plays, right? But they just take it and go from there. They do something completely different. And I like the Johnny Bravo cartoon. He's such an idiot, but it's kind of funny, you know? Anyway, so we're still drinking Love Potion American style. This would get you into the mood of things, I think.
July 17th, Disneyland will premiere the first ever Walt Disney audio animatronic. Okay.
I assume you're talking, they have actual Walt himself about to talk to you. Ha 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 ha. That's kind of fun.
Wow.
Hello, I'm Walt Disney. I created all of this. I hope you enjoy it. And by the way, e-tickets are now $10 more.
Okay, so I gotta look at my recipe. So I'm sticking with the Brady Bunch theme.
Yes.
And I'm calling this one the Silver Platters. And to make this one, I'm starting with silver edible glitter that Amy gave us.
Because heavenly shades
But I'm going to add it.
Calling. It's twilight.
I'm going to add it to my flute before I do anything else.
Other platters. Sorry. Copyright infringement.
I gotta get.
It's twilight time.
I don't want to put in too much, but I want you to see it. So
Too much is never enough.
I want to see it. Well, yeah, there's too much is sometimes too much.
I'm sorry, MTV Networks.
All right.
Sorry, Viacom. Sometimes
Oh,
too much is
the
too
cat.
much.
The cat doesn't want to screw back on.
Yeah, his caps are screwed.
The struggle.
Hand it to me. I'll take care
It's
of it.
real. I got it.
Got it.
Got it. I got it.
I don't need help.
All right.
Hope you enjoy it.
I'm capable. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I hope you all understand
I'm
that we have a lot of
teasing.
fun up
Yeah,
here,
I'm
and
just
like
teasing
any onks is
I'm
just
teasing
like
it.
I've watched too many cartoons in my life.
All that glitters is my cocktail.
That's all.
Yes. Okay.
The only thing glitter here is my cocktail, people.
So, I'm starting with
Gee, I like this thing a lot.
an ounce of rose petal gin.
An ounce. Oh, this stuff is
I'm
great.
using Dorothy Parker because we had it, but I'm sure another rose petal gin would be lovely.
If you have another rose gin, try it. I think there are a few by now. I think Hendrix does a rose gin. I could be wrong. Please correct me. I will be wrong on the air. Right here, right now, I'll look like an
I'll
idiot.
be wrong on the air.
That's okay. You made it happen.
Keep on, keep on. Yeah.
Keep on, keep it. And of course, everybody here of a certain age remembers, ma'am, when it's time to change, it's time to rearrange.
Who you are and what you're gonna be. Shana na 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 na.
But
Shana na na na.
I
Shana na 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 na.
But
Shana na na na.
mean, I
It's
tell
never enough. I 100% agree.
Never enough.
Okay, so
Never enough.
just looking. Do.
Do,
Okay.
do, do.
All right. So this one is delightfully simple.
Yes.
Okay. So
The best things in life are not free. They're delightfully simple.
I just remember like that song, "The Best Things in Life Are Free." I just remember saying, "The best things in life cost money." Anyway, half ounce ume plum liqueur.
Of course, all many people can think of as the best things in life are free. But you can give them to the birds and bees. I want mine.
That's what I want.
I was listening to that recently about the Beatles, and that's a real corker. They do a great job on that.
Half ounce
Gotta say.
fresh lemon juice.
Yeah, you want to hear Barrett Strong, but hey, nothing wrong with a good cover.
All right. And that's it. I didn't put any glitters in this one because of the silver glitter, which I hope you can see, which I hope I can see. All right. But I need to add my Prosecco first.
Peter's remembering the late night black and white on cartoon. Oh, did they play like Betty Boop and Popeye and all that? Hello.
What are the bubbles?
Bubbles are back in the fridge keeping cold.
Smart.
Smart. I did something smart. I did something smart.
Keep on, keep on, keep on. Yeah. I love Brady Bunch.
Does anybody ever go into a restaurant and order bubbles? And they bring it to the table and they pop it and they put it into the ice? It's a classic thing.
Oh, Bosco. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Bosco.
And you know what?
And don't forget Little Nemo and Slumberland.
I made these, oh, man.
Man, those are intense.
I made these little
crazy hallucinogenics
that I need to use too.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to do that. And then, can I see all that silver glitter? Or is it sitting on the bottom? I might need to stir it.
Might need to stir. Okay. Yeah, I'd be very interested in that whole concept. And you can scare a lot of that stuff up on various sources these days. But it was cool when you had to get it through your television, and various channels did that.
I can see it. I don't think you can see it on there, but I can see it like when I hold it.
I can see it. And it used to be for that kind of stuff you were watching UHF channels. And when we were young, that was probably channel 44 or channel 5 from Boston. And you had to have one massive antenna to get those from Rhode Island. My mother actually did have an antenna on the roof, and it was installed when she moved in. And the guy aimed it, and he said, "You'll be good." And we always got the Boston stations pretty well. And then when she stopped using it and got cable, I remember hooking it up to the stereo. And suddenly I was getting Boston stations. I'm like, I can get BCN. And it's like, wow, there was some cool stuff that I've been missing.
Now I'll never be a teen model. Oh, I love it.
Oh, my nose. All I can think of
my nose.
All I can think of is Phoebe, the other.
Yes. Does anyone remember those commercials on Nick at Night?
Yeah. Oh, my nose. Hey, Blondie, catch with your hands, not your face. Seriously. Hilarious.
That red hair Phoebe.
In case you might remember this, like back in the day, if you wanted to receive Boston stations, you really had to put up reception. And I remember finding the Fisher at the Salvation Army, and this is a whole story which I'm not going to go into right now, but it was an early 60s Fisher stereophonic receiver. It's one of the first on the market at the time, and it will actually do all kinds of FM stereo. And I remember like hooking this thing up to a roof antenna and pulling in BCN and listening. I was like, they have good shows on this channel. I'd never received that in high school. It was always the Providence station. Yeah.
Yes. I love me an MGM musical.
The early MGMs are like the early Warner Brothers and all that, in which case they're very, oh yes, seriously. The early musicals are very stilted because they're not used to how to make them. They were actually recording a lot of these things live, which is extremely difficult, and everything's very static and the camera doesn't move. And then after a few years, like somebody, I think it was Ruben Mullion, is like, I don't need to do that. We can just add the sound later. And people started to think, oh, duh, you don't have to do sync. And then like you don't have to do sync at all. you record the sound in the studio, and then you just lip sync, you mime it, and suddenly you could do musicals again, and things actually worked. And then probably around 1932, 42nd Street, this kind of thing, bang, you've got musical that looks like a contemporary musical. And then around like 1934 or so, you get movies like The Thin Man. Camera's extremely active, everything is fluid, sound effects are great. They figured it out. It takes practice, but in 1929, those films are like pretty stiff.
I have to sneeze.
Please
It
take
is
them.
so dusty in here. Now we got two fans going.
Yep, we're moving the air around, and
Not gonna
everybody
lie.
is sneezing their heads
The
off.
allergies are acting up.
By the way, I made a drink before, and I think I have a bonus.
Ew.
Oh, hello.
Here you go.
I got a full bonus.
Right.
I'm kind of loving that. Hello. It's great when you get two drinks for one.
Oh, wow. Young, edgy
Oh, yeah.
teen. Oh, Oscar.
Ray Melodies, Silly
Oh.
Symphonies. Oh, yeah. Well, Disney
Those cartoons are burned in my brain.
has an incredible amount of sentiment. And sometimes you're like, okay, enough. But sometimes, like, it lays it on in the correct fashion. Like, if you look at something like the Legend of Sleepy Hollow cartoon, Disney is really intense the way they lay it on. He really does. He knows how to do horror properly. And then you have things like Bambi, which will just like make you weep and weep. But the young Bambi learns valuable lessons and survives. And this is the point of all of this.
Bambi makes me weep and weep.
I know. It's a tragic kind of thing. It's a tragic thing that human beings do here on this whole orb. We should be slightly more thoughtful. We're talking about Disney.
Bambi. I don't want to mess up my makeup.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
It'll talk about Tom Schultz getting Boston stations. Where was he coming from? Because he's an MIT guy, so obviously he was able to get those easily then. But before then, was he like having a lot of trouble getting it? Maybe he was coming from like Michigan or something, where it would have been really tough. Although, he got the right antenna, We
faintly got a Canadian station.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you would hear about people who like on their radio are suddenly listening to like Russia or something. It's like,
whoa,
wow.
Well,
the currents, like the air currents,
the atmospheric
conditions were just right.
Will bend FM waves, and you might be able to get something weird in those. And the AM after hours travels really far. You might be able to get like Albuquerque. You just have to tune in properly. And I remember one day deciding to try out the AM in the backyard, because we actually have a receiver back in the annex. That's where grilling happens. And I said, all right,
the spray painting's going to happen.
The spray painting's going to happen. There's a receiver back there that like it's a Luxman. Somebody actually gave that to me because it was a little messed up, but it works. And I said, the way to get AM is to throw up a really long wire. That's it, long parallel to the ground wire. If the thing were half a mile long, you'd get the moon. So I said, what can I get? I just had something that went to the back fence. What am I getting now? And I tuned around. I got a station. They had pretty good music. And I was listening for a while, and I was like, I'm getting...
doing the mess around?
I was doing the mess. You do the mess around. I was getting stations from Buffalo. I was like, that's across the dang state. That was impressive. And like, it was actually a good music station, I think. I got to put the antenna back up and get good music.
You would think Buffalo would be closer, being in the same state as us, but it's not.
It is not.
It's
Buffalo
a long drive.
is, quite frankly, a lot closer to Detroit. So there you go. Anyway.
Aww.
Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Save me some.
Yep.
Save me some bubbles.
So Peter hooked up the cable to his stereo in the 80s. Oh, so you actually got stations off of the cable. That was a thing at the time. It was a ton of music coming over cable, and if you just were able to hook it up properly, you'd be fine. Because what was coming over the air was limited. You remember that when MTV came in, it was a big thing.
Tom was in Ohio. That is further west of us.
So if he was managing to pull in Boston stations, particularly FM stations, he had a really high aerial. I mean, we actually are pulling in city stations right now because I put an antenna on the roof in February. It was actually warm enough for about 3 days, and I got up on the roof and I did this. She doesn't want to know. But yeah, I said, I'm installing this, and I just got the connections, put it all together, and it's like, damn it, I'm suddenly getting much better FUV from Fordham in the Bronx. BGO, which is actually from Newark. Wow, that's really impressive. We get that. KCR, which is coming from, I believe they're actually broadcasting from Washington Heights. So that is city. And that is the weakest of the lot because their power is not that great. But I get it. And unless the weather is really bad, I get it pretty good. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, do you have any shortwave radios?
Okay, so when I was something like
Oh, jeez.
15 years old,
Breaker 19.
my uncle, my father's brother, actually said, I got something for you. And it was something my dad put together when he was in the Army. And he took some surplus Army equipment and built a shortwave set. He had the whole rig to
After
receive.
sunset. Yes, exactly. After sunset.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
KNX
The
was
sun has to go down. Yeah.
PTV.
Yeah.
Was that AM or FM? That's a good question.
Anyway, go on.
I'm thinking AM because AM was still pretty big stuff at the time. And after hours, AM totally improves. It's just atmospheric. That's it. We have all these cosmic
Anyway, go
waves
ahead.
coming at us. You know, it's a real problem. Anyway, late night AM radio. So Eric, you know, ain't it funny how the night moves? All I can think of is Bob Seger. So the radio, what I was able to, what was I talking about?
You were talking about shortwave.
The shortwave, yeah. So I inherited this set, and it was literally just like two little like aluminum boxes with what the hell is in there. I don't know. I never cracked them open, but by now I know it's ancient components. And there was an associated speaker that plugged in via this strange octal plug. Interesting. Well, I plugged the sucker in, and stupidly I fired it up, and it worked. Stupidly because those components are very old. You don't want to do that. You might want to blow something up, right?
Save the liquid. You actually want the liquid remaining.
Truth.
It was AM. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
AM.
AM propagates further after dark. You can get very, very far. I've never spent a lot of time on it because contemporary AM stations don't have a lot besides yakking. But back in the day, fun stuff happened, you know. And there's still a few music stations. There's one right across the river from us that is broadcasting great stuff, and
Is there one right across the
their
street? from
power
us?
is really, really low. There was, but they're not there anymore. But they're close.
Where'd they go?
Our actual local station is Wall Radio, 1340 AM. Haha, that's pretty specific, right? And they broadcast the oldies, and I have listened to them because they're about the best thing going on AM in terms of music. And sometimes they get on a jag and they play a lot of great stuff, and then I'm like, okay, I'm sick of you, and I'll just like forget it. But they also broadcast on FM, and you know what? It sounds a lot better. So I gotta say they need to improve their AM game, but they're not going to.
Did I say this last week? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember when my eye appointment was. My ophthalmologist appointment. So
Hmm.
I don't remember this from any other time I've been in their building. Like this was the entire building. They're in a big medical pavilion. I got in there and they're playing Hang On Sloopy, but they're like broadcasting it throughout the entire building. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh boy.
And I took out my contacts, and when I take out my contacts, I cannot see.
Forget it.
So I went in and sat down, waiting for my turn.
Not good, people.
And people are like, "Are you Kelly? Are you Kelly?" These are just other people in the office, and they're such busy bodies. And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "They're calling you." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. They'll call me again." But they were so like anxious, like, "You no, they're calling you. They're calling you. They're calling." I'm like, they'll call me again. Whatever.
Yada yada yada.
So anyway, I got in. I had my appointment, and then I was leaving. Blasting throughout the entire building was, "Mandy, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh man."
Go.
Like my eyes are dilated. I'm freaking blinded. I can't see a thing. And it's just like Barry Manilow coming at me from all directions. It was a unique experience that I'll never have again. But anyway.
Look, I grew up listening to Barry, and I love him, and I will always listen to Barry. Probably not every minute of the day, but the fact is,
Really?
you don't
I'm
need
shocked.
you don't need to hear him coming at you from all directions. No, he's a classic, no question. Seriously, I'm not going to deny that.
Anyway,
Oh man. So shortwave, Eric's into shortwave. So listen, I remember actually plugging the shortwave.
Fanilos. Oh, I know. I love him.
Fanilos.
I love him, but like I couldn't see, and like I was, yeah, and it was so loud.
Mm.
Mandy.
So you couldn't escape Fanalo.
Came and you gave. Well, I couldn't leave. I couldn't drive away because I couldn't see. So it was like 90 degrees outside. So I was trying to like cool the car off while I waited, and finally I was like, screw it. I just drove home.
I got to drive home blind and hot. Yeah.
Blind and hot.
That just sounds like a bad combination right
Blind
there.
and hot.
Blind hot. So anyway, in order, shortwave, Fanalo.
Oh wait,
So,
hold on.
Oh, forget it. I can't talk.
In the desert. Oh, yeah, Eugene out of Chicago.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, and a station on the border with Mexico. See, it's a thing. It's a thing.
So Linda, you're talking about that station from Mexico where the DJ was Wolfman Jack, right? Where they're playing a bunch of R&B. Hey there, we're talking about some great tunes coming to you. Here's Joe Houston.
Because he was teaching out of Mexico, right?
Yeah, he did. And it was a powerful station. They were able to reach Chicago. And he was just playing like straight up R and freaking B, man. Cool. Wolfman was a real guy. You know, he wasn't just like a character in the movies.
He was on Shana Na, right?
Yeah, he appeared on that. Yeah. He's actually appears as a DJ in American Graffiti, which is very formative.
Yep.
It's actually a very poignant movie. And like there's a scene where like somebody visits him in the station. He's like, "Hey guy, what's going on?" You know?
Yep.
Because he's trying to hook up with like the blonde in the T-Bird, right? This whole thing.
Yep.
That movie really hit a vein, and like in that scene, I think they're playing "Only Have Eyes for You" by the Flamingos, which is like that's one of the ultimate spooky songs.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Coming in hot.
I don't know what they did, but yeah. Coming in hot.
Oh.
So anyway, look, in order, shortwave and Fanalo. So shortwave, I hooked up this thing. I put an antenna on it, which was basically a piece of.
He has a Manilow story.
Yeah, I do.
He has a Manilow story.
I have two Manilow stories. Two.
Stay tuned.
So it like hook up a long wire, which was really just a piece of telephone wire. My neighbor worked for the phone company, and he like gave us a big reel of wire at one point because he had some surplus. He's like, here, and I used that for years. Well, I still have it. This is like 1969 telephone wire. Still using it. Good copper. So I hooked this thing up. I listen, and I'm getting like UK. I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Hi, Devin.
Devin!
Fun to slightly chat with you today.
Speaking of getting the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like a few years on,
we love you back, Devin.
I'm at a yard sale, and there's like a little book that's like a guide to shortwave stations in the world. And it was from the 70s. I'm like, it was a dime. I picked it up. And I was taking a look and dialing things, and I found them. At the time, you could do that. Now, shortwave is a little more limited, but it's probably just a little more selective.
Devin's staying for Manilow.
Okay.
So we got to get to the Manilow story.
All right. So PTV.
I'm almost done.
Hold the buzz.
You know what I'm going to do?
We need to refill. I'm not going to say anything until we refill.
I'm going to try something subversive.
We've already had subversive. We have had Suze.
We're subversive here.
I love Suze.
I was about to say, how do you open this? I just tore it right open. Okay, so maybe give us these Warheads sour popping candy.
This sounds rather like jingoistic, doesn't it? Warheads.
No politics.
No politics.
All right.
We're just like dealing with ICBMs over here. No politics. Whatever. Got a Redstone missile. No politics.
We'll talk about it after hours.
Got an M16.
We'll talk about it later.
No politics.
We'll talk about it later. Okay, I need the scissors though.
Didn't work.
Anywho.
Where's my knife?
I don't know where your knife is.
Not where I need it.
So, when Wolfman Jack made a special appearance on The Odd Couple. What? Do you remember that?
Odd Couple?
Yeah. Okay, that must have been a later season. We love Odd Couple in this house. Yeah. We celebrate Odd Couple Day on November 13th. On November 13th, Felix Unger requested to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife. Anyway. Oh! Oh my god, it's like a Russian doll. You open it and there are more in there.
More.
Would you bring me... Oh, wait, I got one. Never mind. It suddenly got incredibly sweaty in here. Oh,
We got two fans going on.
Starting to schwitz. Well, you're standing in front of one of them.
Yeah, but the one that's pointed to you is right there.
Would you please step out of the way of the fan? All right.
Sure.
I'm adding some of these warheads, sour popping candy. Oh, it's already popping to my glass.
Right?
And then I'm going to add bubbles and see if our house blows up.
No, a house will not blow up. But when
Right.
Mikey did this, he blew up, and he was like dead.
And
So
then we
there you
need
go.
the Manilow story.
We'll be glad to do that then.
Okay. Oh man, Wolfman Jack was only 55
55?
when he died.
He was a friend of mine.
Looked like 55 when he died. He was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay,
When did he die, anyway?
when he was 55.
Oh,
I
I don't need to look that up.
I will take. My God, sweating my brains out
I
all of a
sweat.
sudden. Oh,
That fan should be pointed up
Oh.
towards you, which is not.
it's not. I will take the bubbles because I want to see what happens when I add them to sour popping candy.
I'm going to step out of the way.
Thank you. I'm going to move my face away. All right. It is bubbling like crazy. Okay. Ew,
Zoop, zoop.
it is bubbling. Look at that.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, you put a cavitation point in there, it's going to go crazy. That's how bubbles work. Quite frankly, very similar to how raindrops form.
And then fall on your head.
Warheads with drink sounds like a great idea. Oh, yes.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I think, like, have a bunch of bubbles and then, like, have access to the button. You know, the button. Maybe I'll...
that is...
you know,
I don't know if you can see, but that
it
is
very active.
very active.
Wait a minute. Oh, wow.
And loud.
You should hold it up to the microphone.
Active and loud.
Microphone's here. Well, where is the microphone? Is it here or here?
Hold it up to the camera.
Well, if the microphone's there, it's not...
He's determined to block my light.
Well, I'm just like, where's the microphone?
I don't know.
We can find out, you know.
Anyway.
Mike is actually here. It's right on the laptop.
That's good.
Yeah, I bet it is good. All things considered.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try it.
I'm enjoying having that candy in there more than I thought I would. I like it.
No, it's actually good. I make a joke about Mikey. Mikey, the actor, is still alive. He didn't die. Apparently, he made the Life Cereal commercial when he was like 4. He doesn't remember it. They just like put him
Probably
to work.
Paid for his house, though.
Yeah, probably paid for his house. He has no recollection. His parents are just like, "You're gonna go to work," and he did. Later on, he's like, "Exploitative," but then it's like, "Is your house paid for?" So shut up, dude.
Okay.
You know
So, anyway.
that part's very
I'm
important.
going to move this away.
What happened to my sombrero? My sombrero caps the bubbles.
I will be right back.
I forgot. I think Fred made these. I will very carefully put these away. I don't want to disappear off screen entirely because she has disappeared, and I need to entertain the troops. So the fun part is that I poured myself some bubbles with, well, nothing else in them. I got another drink in me if Drew shows up, but if she doesn't, I'm going to make it anyway. I actually asked her today if she would give me permission to make her Ohana 2018 cocktail contest submission. I don't believe she actually took it down that year, but better, she showed up at our grilling tent and said, "Would you like to try the dregs?" I'm like, "I'm in," and it was good. So you know what? We have everything we need to make that, and I found it in my notes, and I said, "I'm making that right now. That's so cool. It's very close to Ohana. It's going to be great." So I'm going to do that.
You know what?
And you can find out what's
she
in
could
it.
still be here, and like we wouldn't know because if you're watching and you're on a,
If you're not commenting, I can't tell you're here.
you might
If you're
but
on
you-
a
but you
phone,
might
you can't
be-
comment.
exactly. So or on your TV.
Well,
Do
actually,
you hear
no.
this popping?
Your phone, you can probably comment. But if you're watching on some huge TV, you can't comment. You got to actually log in on one of these.
You have to be watching on a small TV.
No. If you have to log in on one of these platforms. You can watch
That
on.
sounded funny.
You can watch on 100-mile wide TV if you want. That's okay. What? No, I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, dude.
Anyway, what are we calling this?
Look, we're going to call this one the Temple of Doom because that is its name. I know, like a show dedicated to Groovy doesn't sound like that, but I thought this sounds awesome. I'm good with it.
All right.
We're good. TOD involves
TOD.
TOD. Primitive. That's how I live. Go ahead. So, come on. Give me the Temple of Doom. 3 ounces. Whoa. 3 ounces Deadhead dark chocolate rum.
Hold on. Did you bring that in?
No.
Okay.
This stuff's good. It's hard to get. I'll make this, and you will not be able to make it.
It's hard to get in the Northeast. That's for sure. Okay.
West, probably better. I think that Doug and Arnie can probably source this. I would definitely look. You would love.
You would love it. Yes, I think you would.
It's a really strong, heavy chocolate flavor in rum, and it's actually a little sweet, but you can easily balance it, and it's good. 1 ounce of hibiscus syrup.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. What are we doing for that?
We're doing something good.
Hey, did I spell it right?
Correct.
Okay.
1/2 ounce of passion fruit syrup. We definitely have that. Found it in the local market, which has a international section, and they definitely had a product, I believe, from Puerto Rico, which is a really, really good passion. I recommend it. And 1/2 ounce of falernum. Oh, no, that's unusual. Except these days it's very common. I made the falernum. It's super easy to make. It only takes 1 day. It just needs a little effort.
No wonder
but you can buy commercial falernum. What?
No wonder this was in the cocktail contest.
Yeah, seriously.
It sounds delish.
It sounds delish. Okay. She apparently used the B.G. Reynolds and the B.G. Reynolds passion fruit, which are recommendable as well. Okay. So 2 ounces of coconut water. We happen to have that. I just got something I don't need to respond to. So that is what's in that, but I need to look back here so I know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. So, let's go.
What are we doing from here on out?
I didn't actually look up what this goes into. I feel that's kind of a DOF style drink. What do you think?
To you.
I will. In fact, I'll get a figural glass. Now.
Okay. Let's see it. Let's hear it.
Let's
taste it.
Let's hear it. See it.
Do you like a good chocolate rum? Exactly. Oh, hi, Mike. Good to see you.
Can you tell me what happened to the passion fruit?
It wasn't in the tiki fridge?
It was right here.
Then it's in the other fridge.
That's the important part.
I decided to move things out that...
She made a bunch of lemonade, which is an excellent idea, and I will utilize that. However, things have moved. So we thank you.
I moved things out of this fridge that we don't use.
The thing I needed to use.
Oh! Hold on. Catching up. Be in New York. It's at the Fairfield next Wednesday. Oh, at Pushkirk for a family reunion. Okay. Let's try to make this happen, Mike. I love that. Okay, good. Oh, okay. Kahlua. Oh, best chocolate rum we currently have on our bar is from Kahlua. I don't know that one. But we do have the Deadhead, which is amazing, which I think you can probably get. It's unobtainium here, and yet we obtained. So, yay.
We obtainiumed.
I'm hearing distressing sounds.
I'm hearing we're being shelled.
Oh no, they're still setting off fireworks.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be all summer though. Just
Yeah, it's gonna be
get
good,
used
man.
to it. Oh, good night, Peter. We'll
Hi,
see you
Peter.
soon. Thank you for dropping by. All right. Okay. Yes. You do have an outstanding Monday show. I'm going to share the link again. Hold on. I'm going to share our YouTube friends again. Okay, Paul is assembling his ingredients, and he brought in the Deadhead chocolate rum. This is unobtainium here on the East
Really
Coast.
hard to get.
So yeah,
They have this
yeah,
sort of shrunken monkey head, the
yes,
sansa.
yes.
That sounds really cruel, but at the end of the day, it's a fantasy piece, people. So anyway,
No
it's actually
monkeys were harmed.
no. So don't be silly about it. And what you do with this is 3 ounces of the Deadhead rum.
We already did this. Okay. Oh, did you bring the hibiscus?
I get everything we need.
Okay. All right. He's got everything he
We
needs.
get everything we need. Could you ice me, please? Appreciate that.
Does that sound funny to anyone else? You true crime fans, will you ice me?
Yeah, right. What? Anyway, 3 ounces is a heavy pour on this, considering it is an obtainium, but we are live for you, and we will do it. Okay. Hibiscus syrup needs 1 ounce. I'm going to do the following.
Oh, you know, we have that hibiscus. That's what I thought you were going to use. We have those like pickled hibiscus flowers
True. Where are they?
in the pantry. He'll be back in 90 minutes or so when he actually finds them in the pantry. But oh my God, we need to do this renovation. Those bottles aren't easy to pour from, right? I know. Yeah, but they're so cool. They're so cool. I know. I remember when Deadhead first came out, and people were just collecting the bottles, and we would use up a bottle, and our friends would be like, "Can I have the bottle?" It's like, okay. And then we ended up putting a bunch of them. I should take a picture. We put a bunch of the old Deadhead bottles in a net hanging from our ceiling because they're very cool and not easy to get. But yeah, we were just giving bottles away, like, here you go. Aw. Of course, Pepper Tree. You guys are amazing.
Hey,
No
stop that.
monkeys were harmed. Some clay was stressed and fired. Yeah, you know what? There are going to be casualties. I'm just saying. Ooh, Amy has hibiscus syrup. From whom? Or did you make it
Hello.
yourself?
Hello.
Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know.
1/2 ounce of passion fruit.
Yes, you could grab the air in the old version. Yes. I'm going to do some of this candy. This is Warhead's Sour Popping Candy. All right.
Falernum I made myself, but you can always buy it.
You hear it?
Fun.
It's pretty good, actually. I'm just saying.
They're fun. We need some coconut water. I happen to have that. I'm going to go pour that over there and come right back.
This is kind of good. I'm reverting. I'm reverting to being 12. I'm I'm eating this Warheads candy and enjoying it because why not? Oh, either the local Indian or Armenian market. Yeah. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm, 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 mm.
Shake
This
with
is
ice.
really good. What does that say?
Passion berry burst.
Passion berry burst.
It bursts.
All in. All in. It's so good.
You got to see these rifled bursts.
I can't read a damn thing, but
Uh,
I'm all in on the passion berry burst.
I forgot to get a DOF. I was
Of
out
course you
there.
did.
Of course you did.
Of course you did. But dang, this is good. I feel like these drinks have been groovy thus far. And I'm really enjoying the Warheads Passion Berry Burst Sour Poppin' Candy more than I thought I would. Mm-hmm. Can you hear it? Trying to talk. I love how the sound is just popping through my brain. I might need to open another bag of these.
Hey.
Amy, the Warheads sour popping candy. I'm sure like nobody else my age thinks that, but I am all in.
Big one. All right, finally. Here we go with
Uh-huh.
Temple of Doom. I
You
believe
shouldn't,
this
but
is
hey.
a shake and pour.
Exactly. Adulting stuff is for the birds. I might have another one.
I'll take a straw, please.
They're here. I'll move them.
Anyway, you will appreciate a
I
straw.
want another one. I want another Warhead. Okay. Should I do watermelon or apple?
Watermelon.
Okay.
What else?
I'm gonna do watermelon. I'm gonna do watermelon this time. Passion berry was amazing. All right,
Ms. Balls.
amazing. You want some?
I'll take a few. That was a pretty big hit.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You can pour it in your hand, but you know the technique. When you were about
Why?
14, why?
Oh, Amy, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Very red. Very artificial watermelon, which we all grew up on, so it's very familiar. Faking.
Like coughing
Causing
now.
you to like completely like freak.
Dang. Popping on my tongue.
Okay, so a lot of popping on the tongue. Fun.
Ah ha ha. Ha.
Like so that still happening.
So good. Mm.
Okay, did you try this? This is the award
I don't think
contender.
so.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I believe this got like second or third. It might have got second actually, though. I think.
She didn't win.
No, I think I remember her saying like, "Oh, we didn't take it down, but I wanted you to try this." I'm like, "I totally want to try that.
Alright, well,
I
you know
don't
what?
care if you didn't take the top prize. That thing sounds rigged." So
Right. Gonna make sure all of the warheads are out of my mouth while I try this.
Yep. Warheads, of course, are just regular popping candy with a lot more citric acid.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It has no sour in it, so it is like all sweet
No, but
stuff.
that should be
But
in the.
remember that the chocolate liqueur has some bitterness to it.
Yeah,
so
no, that should definitely
I'm happy
be in
with
the
this.
contest. Yeah,
Oh.
all about it.
Mm.
I know that adulting is for the birds.
Mm.
I'm 100% with you.
You know, I swear. We do it.
Some more candy. You want more?
I'll take a little more. Ma'am has to go. Goodbye.
Good night.
Thank you so much for stopping by
Yes.
for our little broadcast. I really appreciate that. People have to do stuff. Yep.
Get it.
Yep.
Get it.
Yep. All right.
Taking a break from adulting, apparently.
I'm doing 14-year-old stuff. Popping candy.
Did you pour it all into your mouth?
Mm-mm.
Did you?
not.
Did you bogart the? Oh wait, I need my phone. I'm getting a message.
I'm not getting a message. How about that?
I need my phone.
Mhm.
Warheads are good. Saying, "Would you give me my phone?"
They're
please?"
not nearly as blow your head off as I thought they'd be. I know that the kids these days are like fruit acids,
The
fruit
kids
acids,
these
and
days.
they go crazy for this kind of stuff. Back in the day,
Way to sound
we had-
elderly. The kids these days.
well, back in the day, would you have lick'em sticks, that kind of stuff?
I love lick'em sticks. Does anyone else remember lick'em sticks?
You know, they were fun.
Those were good.
My teeth are full of metal because of this crap, but they were fun.
Lick'em sticks are the bomb.com. Can you still say that? I was going to say that the other day, and then I thought, like, oh, God, that's so 90s.
You love this.
Oh, my gosh, PTV!
You guys are killing me.
are
Oh,
killing-
man.
You're killing it.
Killing it.
I love you guys so much.
In fact, you give me an idea. I feel like Paul
You're
Lind.
inspiring.
I feel better than Paul Lind. Ah, I've got an idea over
Oh,
here.
jeez.
You know what I want to do with this thing? Put the pedal to metal and burn rubber on me. Oh, yeah. I'm going to totally gap band this thing with some bubbles and refill you.
Dude.
I asked her tonight, do we need bubbles? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I can stop.
When he said, do we have bubbles? I was like, no.
Ooh. She actually turned out she was wrong, but we did not have much.
No, and they were.
And we did not have enough, so we had to do that. So that's it. And by the way, is Errol still here? Just asking.
I think Errol is still here. Hi, Chaz. Good to see you.
Hey, Jazz!
I bet my tongue is very red right now.
So, of course, yours is already right now. Absolutely.
What in tarnation have I wandered into?
Check it, Chaz!
Wow. You know what? I might grab the green.
You've wandered into our usual shenanigans, and we're dealing with Groovy.
You should be familiar by now, Chaz.
Come on. We actually shot at your bar and pool. And, I mean, you want to talk cool. I can't even describe who Chaz's neighbors are who make even crazier things happen, but his own house.
I
house.
love everything about Chaz's Tiki Bar. But I have to say that, like, one thing I've never thought of before was, most people have, like, a pool with a swim-up bar or whatever. And he's like a table in
the pool. In the pool.
For your swim-up bar drinks.
And his neighbors around Halloween are like, hey, you want to do the pirate ship? And they build a pirate ship. Are like,
yeah.
What the? When you have people who are working for film companies, crazy.
Oh, good night, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am. Thank you so much. Really
Or I'm
appreciate
gonna
it.
have the apple
Oh, working the pop
warheads
rocks over
because
there.
now I'm obsessed.
Working the pop rocks over here. I'm telling you. I
Mm-hmm.
forget why I was actually
Mm-hmm.
looking at that. I will try some. I've tried the fake watermelon. I'll try the fake apple. Whew. That's very fake.
Oh, good.
It's very fake.
Oh, good.
Popping.
Wow. 118 degrees.
Where?
Damn, man. Tesla's bar.
Good grief! You die out there, man.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. That's like Death Valley temperatures. What are we talking about here? Temperatures are rising wherever they are high. That's the fun part.
All right. I was sort of pride myself that I don't have the palate of a 12-year-old, but
We're doing pop rocks. So
these warheads are damn good.
So Errol is still here, and Doug might be here, and various parties might be here. I was suspecting that the car we just acquired has a fairly soft battery because a couple of times managed to leave lights on and the thing went dead. And I think when your battery goes flat that quick is a problem. So I decided,
Please don't stop being smart.
listen, the liquor store I stopped at is right next to Harbor Freight, happy place for all you gearheads. And I decided
Oh,
to
you
actually
cheap gearheads.
take a look at what they had for a battery tester. And what do you know? The thing was $7. I'm like, oh, I'm going to check that out.
Because that's going to be great.
So Centec 12-volt alternator battery tester determined that the battery was fine. But then I read the instructions and it said, well, if you've been running the car, which I had, then turn the lights on for a few minutes and then check the battery. I did. And then the battery was not fine. Oh, boy. So look, I know for a fact it's not as strong as it was. I have no idea when it was replaced, but I could probably figure that out very easily if K and G are watching. And if it's on the wane, I have to buy a new battery. Whatever. The car part store is right there. I just went there on Monday and bought some oil to put in the car, which I did. We actually replaced the oil ourselves for the first time ever. Wow. And you know what? Actually, my neighbor totally helped me. He did the work.
Oh my gosh, this is empty.
I totally owe him. And it's great now. We're
Go
like
guarded
rocking.
the
I
warheads.
just
I'm going to
went
get
to the
more.
car parts store and bought a bunch of oil.
Let me
It's
get more.
awesome.
Let me get more.
At least this is stuffing a smartass. You or me? Just asking.
Errol.
Oh, Errol. Okay. Yeah, she can tell you
Okay,
that.
so these are, I'm back to watermelon. I was today years old when I got addicted to watermelon warheads, sour popping candy.
Oh, she got more. Oh, so anyway, as in terms of like being a smartass, not on our show. You're fine. We're talking like I'm dealing with 12-year-old stuff here. Sour popping candy. Are you out of your mind? Yeah, I'll do it. All right. This is like some sort of trial at West Point. Ah, I'm popping. I remember when these things became a thing. It was in 5th grade, and one kid.
That was Pop Rock.
Yeah, one kid had these things.
These are warheads.
I know, it's all pop rocks, whatever.
Mm-mm.
One kid has these things, and we're like, wow, cool. Yeah, it all started in California. But ultimately, it was all over the place because they wanted to market this stuff. I will not actually make any commentary about who's the smartass because I'm the first person who left the lights on, which I realized when I got back to the car that day because it was raining in the morning when you should have your lights on by law. And I got back to the car and I said, oh, fudge, the battery's dead. And of course, by that point, everyone's left the parking lot. You're like, ugh. One guy was across the parking lot. I'll walk over. Hey, I'm an idiot. but can you give me a jump? He's like, sure. He drives over. We just do that, and we're done.
I
Is it?
gave someone a jump one time at the train station,
Yeah.
so I feel like that's karma.
It's karma. I
Yeah.
pay it forward. I mean, I'm always available. If my
Yeah,
battery is
yeah.
good, I'm always available. We've got to get you going. I've been there when the snow was like a foot high and on the cars, and there's a gal struggling. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. I'm like, we got to help you out. You know, we get her out of there. It's like you're in danger, but I'm like, come
So,
on.
Amy, we need to find out.
Is
I
there a
don't-
taste test with Pop Rocks?
I'm going to do a taste test with Pop Rocks. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Hey, people, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
I love
Wait.
in the last 20 minutes of the show, we go into
need Pop Rocks
overtime.
here? I don't think we actually have Pop Rocks here.
What? Well, we have Kool-Aid popping candy, and what is the thing behind the Kool-Aid popping candy? That is like worse.
Aftershock.
Aftershocks.
All right.
I don't have genuine Pop Rocks.
All right, let's do a taste test. We're going to do a taste test.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try. We
Are
try.
Are the scissors still here?
No,
We gotta
they
cut
never
this off.
were.
All right. We're going to do a taste test.
I'll be back.
I would say this might be the dumbest thing we've ever done in this broadcast, but no, we've done way dumber things. So the warheads were, yes. And what about Kool-Aid? Yes, exactly. So, yeah, it might be Kool-Aid versus warheads. I'm gonna let him dose me. I mean, give me.
All I can say is, oh yeah.
Okay. All right, we need this and we need this.
There we go.
I don't think they're the same flavor, and I also not sure it matters. So you're blocking my light.
This
to the
is
left.
Kool-Aid flavor, which is cherry, and this is watermelon.
Okay, then we
Okay.
need to try to match it up. Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Matching it up.
Well, yeah. You have
Okay, we have-
Kool-Aid cherry?
Scary berry.
Not close enough.
That one didn't have like 3 different flavors in it.
This is cherry.
What about this?
Well, what are you trying to match?
We're trying to match berry with berry.
Well, the warheads. The
Yeah,
warheads we're trying to match.
But okay, but aftershocks too.
What are you holding in
We
your
need
hand?
2. We need 2 that are the same flavor.
What are you holding in your hand over there? That's what we're trying to match. Just saying.
Watermelon.
All right. So Kool-Aid needs to punch out watermelon, which it does not. What do you
Kool-Aid
want to do?
needs to punch out watermelon.
They need you to deliver watermelon because you got that via the warheads.
I have watermelon, but we need either strawberry or apple because
Which means you need strawberry from warheads. Where's the warheads?
they're in your hand.
Aftershocks, not warheads.
You've got all
Just
of it
saying.
right there.
Aftershock.
Unless they're in
not
the
warheads.
kitchen.
There's no more warheads over there?
No.
Okay, folks. Put that back, please.
Okay.
Warheads. Right.
I just want a legit taste test. I don't know why, because because who cares? But I care. It's fun. Anyway, hardly anyone's watching anymore, so whatevs. He's gonna go prep my taste test.
Where's warheads?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Come back. Come back.
Where'd you get them from?
I got them from over here.
So, no more warheads.
There's no more warheads.
You had one packet of warheads.
Yes.
I find that implausible.
He didn't believe me.
I did not. We had a Barbie sprinkle mix over.
We're gonna do a Barbie episode, so we're gonna
Yep.
save the Barbie sprinkles for that.
We are. This is stupid. Okay, so
We won't be doing a taste test because
we do not have the components to do a taste test
Right.
appropriately.
All right, come on back.
Oh, jeez.
Come on back, Polybus. No one's watching anyway, so.
No, people want.
Uh-oh. Someone's watching. I just got it.
Go down. Prove you're wrong.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Listen, I've got like 3 fruity flavors and cherry. That's all there. Oh, jeez. I cannot do the appropriate taste test with it.
See.
Warheads. Pop rocks.
No, wait.
Blah, blah, blah.
Kool-Aid. Did we already have Kool-Aid or
Yes,
no?
yes, we did. Yes, we
I'm going
did.
to do Kool-Aid again.
Don't pop it. Don't pop it.
It's popped.
It's open.
It's popped. It's popped. Really?
You're saying no people are watching.
Wait.
Amy is watching.
popping
Come
candies.
on.
Thank you, Amy.
Come on. We have our fans there. I appreciate that. This is cherry flavored. This is going to totally turn my tongue red with Pop Rocks. People, remember, we do this for you, so you do not have to eat Pop Rocks at your age.
Amy, we love you for getting, well, it's not the only reason we love you, but
No.
you get us all these amazing things. And Lisa and Errol, oh, thank you. Good night, Casey.
Casey, help me.
You were funny when you were dysfunctional.
Help me. Help me.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Good night, Casey. Thank you, everyone else. Amy, you rock. We love you. And Lisa and Errol, everyone who's here. Yeah. Oh my God.
I had to pull myself up. That was a heavy hit of Pop Rocks. I got to say, people leave early and they're like, "Oh, do you have a heart attack?" No. I get hit with Pop Rocks.
I do not want to explain it to the ER. What happened to him? Well, he had 2 drinks and Pop Rocks.
I will explain it, and they will go, "Excuse me? I don't
You
understand."
heard me. You heard of Herring? He had 2 drinks and Pop Rocks.
I swear.
You don't want that on your tombstone, though. He ate Pop Rocks.
It'll be Mikey, who did not die, so he does not have a
He
tombstone.
mixed Pop Rocks and booze.
No, he mixed Pop Rocks and carbonated beverages. That was the kicker.
His heart blew up.
The fact is, he didn't, and that didn't happen, and it's a good urban myth, but it's bullshit, people. So, hilarious.
Pop Rocks rock.
Well, Pop Rocks are a lot of fun. I got to say, they're no more sugary than some other things. And
That one's
ultimately,
empty.
they're just fun.
I feel
So
like a little bit of a...
What?
I don't know.
You want a chaser?
What happened to the... Was there an open one?
You just handled it. It was not there. What do you need?
I feel a little addicted. I'm not going to lie. Just saying.
It's a thing, apparently.
I can't
And
tear
me
that.
without my knife, I can't tear this.
We need scissors.
Son of a bitch.
We need
I can't tear
scissors. I feel like being addicted to popping candy is wrong. But why do I feel that way?
All right. You have the choice of 3 big flavors: tropical pop,
Oreos that have Pop Rocks in them.
Cherry.
What?
grape.
What?
You do it.
Oreos that have Pop Rocks. Okay. This is...
Whoa. Orders of Pop Rocks, PTV. Are you listening?
Great.
PTV said that.
Great. I'm going to try
So
grape.
yes, sorry.
All right. Trying grape. Are there any more bubbles left?
There are some. You can blow yourself up if
Oh
you're
my
interested.
God. I just,
Oh no. Grape soda.
I'll blow myself up. Okay, I opened this up and I immediately had to sneeze.
Woo! How you doing?
Making thing.
I'm just saying. All right. Fake grape. I've always loved fake grape. It's
Fake grape.
so
Fake
one
grape.
note. It is so not grape. But grape soda tasted like this.
Dang.
Sugary.
Mm-hmm.
But fizzy.
I didn't
Contains
expect to be
CO2.
so addicted to Pop Rocks.
We try them. It's good to actually like
Or Warheads.
lift them up from time to time.
Man.
Hello. Fun stuff happens when you
Dudes
play
are
with Pop
getting
Rocks.
you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Pops are good. I even like the fake grape, the fake cherry, all that sort of stuff. It's just fun. It's vaudeville.
Fun.
At the end of the day, it's all vaudeville. People do not respect that. They're like, well, it's this, it's that, it's the 80s. No, it's the 20s. It's vaudeville.
It's the 80s. It's the 2020s, but
It's vaudeville. It's just like entertainment through various crazy means.
80s, 2020s.
And
Whatever.
when I think vaudeville, all I can think of is gypsy, which is just like crazy extensions of vaudeville.
Yes.
We're trying to make vaudeville last well past his lifespan. That is the story of Gypsy Rosalie.
And if you ever want a good read, read Gypsy Rosalie's memoir that Gypsy the musical is based on, because you will not believe like some of the things they did. Not even just stealing silverware from Chinese restaurants. Yeah, the things they did to survive.
It's
amazing.
all nuts. And it reminds me a lot of my family and the things they had to do to survive during the Depression. So ultimately, I probably sympathize with Rose, and she was out of her goddamn mind.
She was crazy.
Crazy.
She may or may not have murdered a person, but
she did. Don't be stupid. She did.
But you gotta do what you gotta do. I guess.
Seriously, fishing. All right.
I've never murdered a person. I'm just saying.
Nope. Not going there. But ultimately,
is it that time?
It's about that time. We've been live for about 2 hours, which is about that time to be shuffling off, because we love you, but we've got to get some sleep. But seriously, we thank you so much for being here for a couple of hours.
We're going to take Kalaka Boy's idea and next week to Disneyland, because I love Disneyland.
Love Disneyland.
I think you do too.
Disneyland usually means watch out for copyright infringement. I'm like, I'm not going to violate copyright infringement. Oh, jeez.
Plus, I feel like if anyone actually got us on copyright infringement, I would be so excited from Disney. I'm like, oh my God, Disney noticed us.
Hello.
So, anyway.
Hello.
Just saying.
Just saying.
If anyone from Disney actually noticed us, I'd be like weirdly flattered.
It's very important with these things.
Weirdly flattered.
We work so hard. Very so
Me
hard.
too.
I don't know what
You're
it.
okay?
I
You gonna
don't
be
know
all right?
what's. I'll get there. I'll get there.
Oh, poor
Oh.
Bubble's so brave. So brave.
We work so hard for you. I'm not. I'm just saying. We just do not stop.
Just
We
saying,
never
look at
stop.
this boy.
We
Look
never
at this
stop.
boy and how tired he is.
We never stop. I'm telling you. And listen, I'm sharing some
Oh.
energy. Listen, uh, we have provided you with some fantastic
Hi,
entertainment.
Ben.
Hey, Ben. Some fantastic entertainment heretofore.
This is a result of Pop Rocks and Warheads.
Don't do that, please. Not here.
I get it.
You did that. All right, we've been through 2 hours of an episode without giving you a commercial for us. Could you please do that?
All right, hold on.
Not available in any store. It's the Glendora Wine Glass. This attractive vessel holds 6 ounces of your favorite wine or adult beverage and will be the envy of your friends. Write velveteenloungeny@gmail.com for information on how you can make this cherished collectible yours.
If you want your wine to taste better, you better buy my glass.
Do it today. After a trying day in the salt mines, unwind with the soothing sounds of ceviche. This Latin-inspired collection of surf instrumentals by the Clams is the perfect soundtrack for relaxing with a martini or Manhattan, and the special edition LP comes complete with the classic hit, Glendora's Theme. Don't wait. Visit the Velveteen Lounge store on Big Cartel for your copy while supplies last.
While supplies last.
Supplies are not
Oh, yeah.
infinite, but
They're
if you
not
want a
infinite.
copy, please punch that
Anyway.
link and away you go.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you can get a record, you can get the Glendora wine glass, and you can also get a 45 because we have those available to you. Hello, Big Fun. That's what it's all about. Let us know. We also have these towels. Which is this towel?
In our Big Cartel store.
I actually promoted this earlier. I didn't even make a big deal of it.
velveteenlounge.bigcartel.com.
Yeah. And they're really good. So
They are good. Just saying.
they're very absorbing.
They're very absorbent. They'll absorb all of your messes.
Seriously, people.
Just saying.
I've been working out all day.
Okay.
I'm toast.
Are you toast? I hope there are more bubbles, because otherwise I might throw a fit.
Yes, and true. So anyway, people, it's been awesome time being with you for like 2 hours. I love it. We have an Ahana at Lua the Lake Contender here that I made, which is really good.
Amazing.
We have 2 drinks that we made, which are fantastic. Hello?
3 drinks that we made.
Avi. Oh, meats, 3 drinks. Yes, that's good. We're trying to keep it going best we can in trying times. But we'll do it because we're here for you on a weekly basis to deliver good content, good drinks, and all that jazz. So remember, you can find us here Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Please show up. We love you. People who show up, I'm like, oh, you're already here. I can't do any work. It's good. And if you have any questions, please forward them to us. We'll figure it out. You know our product. We have Patreon. We haven't pimped that yet. We have the towels. We have the glasses. And I guess that's about it. So, folks, are we on a Wednesday still standing? Still finish the stuff?
Standing.
As always, if you have any ideas, send me our way. If you have anything you'd like to tell us, please. If any ideas that will help us in future. And we'll come up with a great theme next week.
Disneyland.
It's already been done.
Yep.
And we'll see you then. But as always, remember, no matter where you go, and no matter what you do, we're going to see you soon.
Night.